Alright, this is Strange Brigade. This is a third-person cooperative shooter. It's developed by Rebellion Developments. These are the guys that make the Sniper Elite games, which I've actually never played. And I didn't even hear about this game until recently. It came out on Switch recently, and Digital Foundry was doing a video, and they were talking about how well it runs on the Switch. I mean, considering the limited hardware of the Switch. They went on to say that most of Rebellion's games that have been ported to the Switch do run pretty well, and that got my attention just because I had never heard of the game before. So that got me looking into it. I realized, a game came out a few years ago, 2008 to be exact. Came out on Windows, PS4, and Xbox One originally. Didn't come out to the Switch until last year.
Bridge out! This awkward obstacle will have to be overcome some other way.
I got this game on Steam a few months ago, I think. It was on sale, and I don't even remember exactly how much. I think it was under $20. It's not on sale as of the time of making this video, although by the time it gets published, maybe it will be on sale again. I'm not sure. This game's normally like $60. Again, I just checked right now, and it's like full price. But when I bought it, it was like under $20. The simplest way I can sum this game up, it's basically Left 4 Dead meets Brandon Fraser's The Mummy, those mummy movies. It takes place in the 1940s, in Egypt. There's mummies and zombies and all these different, kinds of enemies that you fight, but the game does not take itself seriously whatsoever. It's very lighthearted. It's got this narration that's done to kind of lighten the mood. It's all just comedic narration, kind of sarcastic, I guess. So yeah, I like it. It's definitely geared towards co-op. You've got these 4 different characters, and they each have different abilities. I basically went for the gun dude. It's just this guy's fairly tough, and he's supposed to be good with guns, so you get extra points or whatever when you get headshots. But yeah, I guess the other characters all play radically different, or at least they have some different abilities. Again, my guy, I think he gets extra points or extra money when he gets headshots. I don't know if that means he's better with the guns, or it's better for him to use the guns. Not sure. I'm assuming some of the characters have more magic abilities or something. Yeah, not sure. I've only been playing it single player, but I gotta say, so far it works out really well. I was, a little worried that this would be a game that you really have to play with other people in co-op, or I thought you would go through the campaign and it would be you controlling your character and then 3 other AI controlled characters, I guess, is what I was thinking, but nope, you just pick your character and you go through the game. When you're playing co-op, you can heal your teammates, so that's kind of where it reminds me of Left 4 Dead. It's cooperative, third-person shooter.
One piece of unearthly evil destroyed, all thanks to the splendid efforts of the Strange Brigade.
Cleaning up the mess.
Anyways, yeah, this is a really fast-paced action game. It's not a survival horror game. You have lots of ammo. Your pistol has unlimited ammo. So you always have a pistol, and then a rifle, or at least with my guy, he's got his he'll carry 3 guns. So he'll have his pistol, and that has unlimited ammo. But you can upgrade the pistol, you can buy better pistols as you go through the game. He'll have a rifle, which again you can upgrade, and you can also like buy better rifles. But then also you can pick up like a third rifle usually, or like a flamethrower, a shotgun, and then that one is like temporary. So you'll pick that one up, and you'll get like, say you get like 30 or 60 bullets with it when you pick it up, and that's all you have. And then when you use that up, then it's gone. And then you might find another special weapon in the level. So sometimes they're kind of like strategically placed, like near a boss fight where you might need it, and it does cost money. So they're in treasure chests, and it costs money to open the treasure chest. So if you don't need it, you don't have to open it, but you know, it's usually going to come in handy because it's usually a boss fight nearby, or at least a big battle with like lots of enemies. And you know, that weapon's usually pretty powerful. It's, you know, it's a machine gun or a shotgun or a flamethrower, but you just use it until it just disappears when you run out of ammo for it. You automatically run, so you're always moving pretty quick, and he just starts running. Like if you are moving forward after like a couple of seconds, he just automatically starts running. Your character, I should say, automatically starts running. So left shift defaults to throwing grenades, which is really weird. I tried to get used to it, but I kept like instinctively wanting to hit shift to run, because again, it takes a few seconds before he'll start to run. So I would hit left shift and throw a grenade and like waste a grenade. So I did change that, swap that to G, so you can, you know, you can do key bindings and set up things the way you want. But by default, left shift throws grenades, which is different. But again, it's a fast-paced game, so you just like automatically run all the time. Despite being a fast-paced game, though, there is like a fair bit of exploring to do. The levels are, there's lots of little branches and little like secret areas you can go off to find like extra treasures, power-ups, just more money to buy better guns. And so yeah, there's lots of little secrets, and so exploring is good. There's also like a fair bit of puzzles, almost like Uncharted style, Resident Evil style puzzles. Some of them are like just, you know, you got to know the code, or you got to shoot things in the right order. One was like this door where you got to like power. It's like the game where you have this like pipes, and you rotate the pipes, and you got to get the water from like the source to the where you're trying to get the water to. Or sometimes you do it with like electricity. But it's weird. Yeah, you rotate the little pieces around, and you know, once the quote-unquote power goes through the snake, it opens the door. The puzzles are pretty quick though, so again, it keeps the, you know, action going. Here's a quick look at like you can buy your different guns, and again, you can modify your guns. So you find these like gems, or they're like little crests, I guess, and like they'll have different like attributes. Like, you know, you might find I think they call them gems, but they look like crests. But you might find a gem that, like, I don't know, does more damage to armor, and then you can equip that onto one of your guns. This game is running on Vulkan, which is nice to see. When I first ran it for the first time, it asked if I wanted to do Vulkan or DirectX 12. If I recall, it was like defaulting to Vulkan, and that's what I picked. But yeah, the game's not too demanding by any means. I'm playing it at 1440p high. No problems on my little RX 5600 XT here. I even tried it on Ultra, and I think it was fine, but like I was in an empty room just running around, so I didn't want to waste like too much time like going back and forth. Honestly, I just pretty much left it on high, but I might be able to run it fine even on Ultra. So yeah, the game's not, I mean, it's not obviously like top of the line graphics, but they're pretty good. I think it's their own in-house engine. Again, this is the same guys that make the Sniper Elite games. I've never gotten into those, but from what I've seen of those games, they really they go into really good detail on like the character models, like when you shoot a bad guy, you know, and the bullet does like its little Max Payne thing where you can follow the bullet and it goes through the bad guy's body, and it's almost like Mortal Kombat style fatalities, gruesome. It looks good, but again, it's maybe not like AAA with all the latest. I don't think it has ray tracing or anything like that. But again, this is a game from 2017, so I guess it does look pretty good for its time. Yeah, I guess it would have been a pretty good looking game for its time. I don't think it's like a AAA game. I'm assuming these guys, it's a smaller studio, I'm guessing. But yeah, it would have been a good looking game for its time, but maybe not absolutely like top of the line. Anyways, it was it's a fun game. It's definitely worth. Again, I think I paid like $17 or something for it. I don't even remember. I want to say it was under $20. It was a pretty steep. It might have even been under 10. It might have been like $7 or $8 now that I think about it. But again, it was like it was a couple months ago I bought it, and then I didn't play it right away. So I forget what I paid for it, but I think it was like $7 or $8. But yeah, it's normally like a $60 or $70, I think Canadian. I think it's like a $60 US. I think it's like normally $70 Canadian for this game, so it's still full priced unless you catch it on sale. Initially, again, I found out about this game because of the Switch version, and I looked into getting the Switch version, and you can get it's like limited run games. I think one of those companies they did like a physical release, and at the time when I was looking at the game, like initially, it was cheaper for me to buy the physical copy for the Switch from the UK and have it shipped over here than it was to buy it on Steam at the full price. So that's kind of crazy. But again, when it's on sale, you're gonna get it for under like $20, maybe even under 10. So keep an eye out for it. It's definitely a fun game. And kind of, well, I don't know. Did it go under the radar? I don't know. Maybe it was fairly popular in 2017. I don't know. Again, I never heard of it until like last year. So anyways, that is Strange Brigade. Check it out.